Eddie,
Hey, how's it going?
do you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Perfect. Sweet.
Yeah, so I saw your 1 second. Yeah, you said you had to put on your little intake form that you wanted marketing and planning, how to deal with time management and then profit cost margins.
Yes.
Out of those three, which one? I guess yeah. Let's just go in order. Might as well.
Sure.
With marketing planning. So right now, just tell me like where you are or where you want to be, or what you've done, what hasn't worked. Just give me a overview. What you have going on.
I pretty much established a mobile detailing unit this year, and it's gone really successful. However, I feel I lack in the social media aspect of the company. Also, posting pictures and just engaging in the audience. I was wondering how often should I be doing that? And should I hire somebody to do my marketing, or should I be doing it as an entrepreneur myself?
So right now, what are you doing? How are you getting those customers? If it's going so well, how are you generating those leads and sales?
So for some of the customers that I have, a lot of them, or some of them are also through Facebook. Calgary Truck Club.
Hold on. I'm having a poor connection on my end. You're cutting off a little bit.
Sorry.
No. Okay. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Just go back like a sentence. I missed a sentence.
Sure. So I have I'm part of this group called Calgary Truck Club with 800 and so members, and so I'm a sponsor of the group. So
Is it a
they
Facebook
get
group
a
or a
10%
forum?
discount. Sorry,
It's a forum or a Facebook group?
it's a Facebook group.
Okay.
And so with this Facebook group, they bring me business, and I give them 10% off of whatever package they're looking at getting.
Okay.
Um, but I feel like that is not enough. They also got me a contract with another company called Action Car and Truck. So basically, a company in hands vehicles. They send them down to this company for me to detail them, refurbish them, and then they're sent down to the States for auction. So that's one of the contracts that I have going on. And so and that's brought me quite a bit of business so far, but it's not where I want to be. For first year, I wanted, how do I target quality clients? So the reason why I stayed in business was because I offered very cheap packaging. So over there, I think in the States, you guys are charging probably anywhere from 150 to 300 to 250 for an interior detail. Here in Calgary, it's a little bit more competitive. So I have to be charging anywhere from 50 to say 140. But I know that I can charge a little bit more, but I don't know how to get those clients. Um, Also, how long does it take to develop an effective marketing strategy? Because I know that marketing and advertising are two different things. Advertising is a subset of marketing, but I never really went to school where did I really on that.
Yeah. Hold
Can you
on.
hear me?
My bad. Are you having a poor connection on your end too?
I hear you.
But yeah. It keeps on breaking. It ever so often it's breaking up a little bit. So just go back 2 sentences one more time so I can get back on board because you cut out for a little bit.
Sorry, man.
Oh
So
yeah. You're
basically,
saying that the difference between marketing and advertising.
is that marketing is a subset of advertising, and advertising is a subset of marketing. So you have marketing as a big picture, and then you have advertising, which branches off from marketing. Marketing is basically a strategy, is it not?
Yeah.
So it's a
Yeah. Yeah. You could say yeah. Marketing is a strategy. Advertising. Well, advertising. Yeah, it's a subset. Yeah, because advertising is when you pay. That you pay. Advertising is paying for market. Pay advertising would be like yeah. You're no. I don't know. I actually don't look at it like that. I've probably never read what marketing and advertising is. I actually don't know the actual terminology of those two. But I get it. Yeah, I get it. So go on. Yeah, my bad. Let's not go on a tangent. Let's go on.
Sorry. So I guess I'm a young guy. I'm 22 years old. I don't have a lot of life experience. So I stopped I used to make pizza for a living,
Okay.
so I stopped doing that and I jumped into detailing because the opportunity presented itself after I detailed with a professional for about a month. I got interested in this career and I realized that there's uh, there's an ability to make a name for yourself and there's lots of room for good work and to keep to keep someone sustainable and to make a career out of it. But I guess I'm so new to the detailing world. I'm not really sure how to market myself to those customers. Whether or not I should stay as a mobile unit during the winter months. Should I have a shop? Should I? But I'm not really too sure how I should be operating during, say, low months of the season.
Okay. And right now, are you in that low month right now?
Yes,
You're in winter right now.
yes.
Okay, cool. When is winter over for you?
Yeah, well, that's difficult to say. I would
Or
probably
at least
say
like when? Oh, I guess it's your first year, so you're not really too sure when business will start picking back up. When? Yeah, you still wouldn't know. You said it's your first year in business, right?
yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, never mind. I wouldn't. Yeah, you wouldn't really know because you haven't gone through a winter yet, have you?
No, not yet.
Yeah, so no.
Not
Oh
yet.
yeah, you wouldn't really know. Okay, so let's just dive into it. Okay, so and you're saying you're you're competing on price because everyone else prices. You're just trying to price yourself according to what the market prices their services.
Pretty much.
Right, right. So where would you want to be, regardless of competition or how much you can actually charge? Like what would you want to charge for your? Let's keep it with the interiors. What would you want to charge for an interior cleaning?
Um, I guess I should be averaging about $25 an hour, right?
If that's the hourly rate you want to hit, then yeah. So how much would that be in total? If it however average long it takes you to complete a vehicle, how much would it be?
So, some interiors I would like to average about $25 an hour, but I charge anywhere from $100 to $150 for a full interior detail.
And how long
Now
is
I
it
know
taking
that
you?
it really depends. So you're looking at anywhere from 3.5 to sometimes 7 hours, but 7 hours being the most extreme.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So let's say it's a heavily it's a heavily soiled sedan. What just do you always look at vehicles before you price them?
No, that I guess that's another problem I have is I state that my prices are set, right? So when a customer comes to me asking for an interior detail, the price that I have does not necessarily reflect what the work is actually worth. And a lot of the time, I have to charge whatever I stated, even though the work was worth a lot more, due to the fact that I don't want to lose a customer or I'm afraid not to get their business.
Where is this pricing being stated? Like that you've told them it's going to be X price and you can't change it afterwards, or it's on your website, or like on the Facebook group, or where are they seeing these prices?
So I post my prices on my Facebook page, Superior Detail YYC. So I post them there, and I've got three packages. My basic package is $80. That's $80 flat, regardless of the size. So that's basically just a standard wipe down with interior windows and a thorough vacuum and air compress. And then for $20 more, uh, you can if it's a small vehicle, it's usually $100. But if it's a size pickup truck or an SUV or a minivan, the price will go up. So I have charged up towards $175 for a minivan. Well, vans are usually the most price add-ons due to the fact that they see the most abuse.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Okay, so at this moment right now, you want to average out $25 an hour.
Correct.
Okay, and then let's say on a heavily soiled sedan, it could take you between what 3 to 5 hours.
About
About yeah, yeah. We're just being very very generic here. So 3 to 5 hours. So because you have prices on your Facebook page, you stick to those prices.
more or less, yeah.
Yeah. So numero uno is that and so you've never tried to like sell a customer at a higher price even after they've seen your prices on your Facebook page.
I don't think so. They gave me a tip towards the end, which is like usually $20 or $30 on top of what I would normally charge. But Other than that, no, I don't really. I don't charge extra for the amount of work that's needed.
Okay, so
But
yeah,
I
so
guess
with me, everything I do for the most part is always a price range when I talk with a customer, and I have my prices listed on my website, so the customers have an idea of the price that they're gonna pay. Because for one, it's gonna kick away the cheapos, the ones that don't want to spend a pretty penny. But two is that everything is always a price range for the most part. So like for an interior cleaning, if it's a heavily, or I don't even have to look at the interior. Like I don't ask for photos. I don't ask for the condition. At this point in my career, I know a pretty accurate general time frame of how long it's gonna take me just based on the vehicle size. And taking like maybe just the year of the car if it's like a family car, but I by no means need to see the condition. So for me, it's always a price range. So if it's a sedan, I'm gonna already assume it's a heavily soiled. Like I'm not gonna say, oh, it might not be that bad. I don't have to. Like in my head, I'm gonna assume it's very bad. And I always price sedans that are heavily soiled between 4 to 5.5 hours, and the price can go between 180 to $240. It's based on the condition, and I tell the customer, I'll let you know the exact price when I get there before I get started, so we're both on the same page. That way, I have cushion to say, okay, it's not that bad, so I don't have to charge 240. I can give them 180. But if it is bad, they agree to that price range, so they're gonna be okay paying 240. So that's what I do, and that's what I highly suggest you do: is try to start working on a price range, because then you give yourself cushion for number one. Like I said, when you get there, you actually get to see the condition of the vehicle, so that way you don't price yourself too short or too high. Like if they agree to your price range number one, that means you're good to go. And then number two is if it's bad, you charge accordingly. If it's not that bad, you charge accordingly. And then number two is you have a better chance of averaging out a higher hourly rate. Because if you do you charge by the hour,
no, I never charge by the
so
hour.
it is a flat rate.
Yep.
Okay, so you already know that. Yeah, if you charge $200 and you say you're gonna finish it in 5 hours and you finish it in 4 hours, that just kicks up your hourly rate super high. But you already know that. So for an interior cleaning, if it's gonna take you 5 hours, let's say it takes you 5 hours, that'd be $125. Do you charge that amount?
Uh,
Or you strictly stick to your packages pricing?
Sometimes I'm a little too generous. I usually get if I feel like I may have missed something, or it may not have been to the best standard due to environmental factors. I usually give them a 10 to 15% discount.
Man, wait, what does that mean? Environmental?
So, say it's raining outside and the conditions aren't favorable, or say there's a lot of dust or there's a lot of wind and there's a lot of debris in the air.
And is that for the interior or like for any service? Like, oh yeah, just if anything goes not in their favor, you'll give them a discount.
Just interior, because I
Yeah,
feel like a lot of my customers they're very picky with interiors.
yeah.
Um,
So if that right there, I would. And how often does that happen?
I guess what I wanted to try to do for this year was I wanted to really promote my services. So I would say maybe 4 out of 10 times I would normally give my customers a discount.
Okay. And so how many customers are you getting per week or per month if you have a decent number in your head?
So I think I've done about 120 vehicles since March.
Since March? Okay, it's not bad. But you are pricing yourself really low right now, is what you're saying.
Yes.
Okay, definitely. All right, so number one, and do you think that the pricing part has helped you get those customers?
Pardon?
Do you think pricing your services low has helped you with getting customers?
Um, I would say it's helped me stay busy. Definitely.
Okay.
Um, well, as far as just getting the name out there,
Yeah.
like there was one ad that I posted. It was very bad, but it was a promotional detail. So basically, I had my $80 detail for $50 only. And so we had over 70 people who commented on our Facebook post, and that kept me booked up probably a month and a half in advance. But it was like no matter what I did during the day, no matter how much I made, I was doing maybe 3 or 4 cars a day, traveling all over the city, probably doing maybe 100 kilometers a day, and all of it would go towards gas. I was basically working just to pay off my machines, my gas, my bills. I never paid myself all summer. I was able to pay my girlfriend's first year because she was helping me out, but other than that, I guess you would say I broke even, but with the amount of success that, and I say in quotation success, that I've had this year as a first year, is that considered successful, or is breaking even considered successful
Yeah,
for a first year?
at this point, yeah. Since you're just 1 year in, honestly, like it's as long as you're getting, as long as you're building momentum, progress, and traction, as long as you're learning every day. At this point, that's all you need to worry about. I mean, if you want to get so too, you don't want to get too technical at this point because you're still building the foundations of everything, right? Like right now, you're not happy. I mean, you're not happy with the pricing. You want to raise your prices. You're figuring out how to get customers. So at this point, you're still building the foundation. So I wouldn't get too granular in saying I'm supposed to be hitting these numbers and such and such. Now, of course, you want to keep that in the back of your head because you don't want to be working and literally making and losing out money. But at this point, I'd say I think you're doing a very good job in your business. You actually have customers. You're actually getting experience. So now it's at the point where you just need to start fine tuning everything to really to go after the clientele you want that are gonna afford your services, and really just focusing on what's working and what to do to get that working better. So let's dive in. Let's switch gears and actually give you some actionable advice. So what's are you only on Facebook?
Yeah, I only have the Facebook page, and I did Groupon for a little bit, but
Yeah, I
I
see that.
lost
How
out.
did that go? How did that go?
The worst experience I've ever had
Just
because
a bunch of cheap details.
pretty much but it was my fault. I could have made money if I had refined the fine print and I said extra charge for pet hair or extra charge for this, extra charge for that. But I lost out quite a bit of money. And the fact that Groupon put my live feed without my permission, so I had to cancel I had to cancel two trucking contracts because I had to deal with Groupon customers. And that was a big deal for me because if I didn't deal with those Groupon customers, they're capable of putting say a 1 star on my Facebook page. And right now I have a 5 star rating minus 1 4 star, but even 1 star rating from a mistake that Groupon made is would damage my reputation a lot. So I had to forfeit quite a bit at the beginning.
Okay, yeah, and yeah, that was. I saw that a Groupon deal came up when I googled your superior detail YYC, and that was interesting. Okay, so you're only on Facebook, like no Instagram, no YouTube, no website. It's just Facebook.
Correct.
Okay, and I'm on your page right now, and
So
do you post frequently?
I do not. So your first impression, I need to know this because I know that the page needs a lot of work. But from a professional point of view, from your point of view, what needs what do you think needs the most attention?
So my thing is that and how let's see I'm trying to look at your okay so yeah 205 people that like your page. Um, so all right, so before we get into that, in that Facebook group that you're a sponsor of, have you raised your prices there?
I have not raised my prices for them.
Okay, at all. So I think again, like when you're looking at business and trying to get more business and get more customers and sales, first look at what's working and see what you can do to get more out of it. So since we already see that Facebook group is bringing you customers, right? Because you give everyone like a 10, you sponsor the site, like you pay them to pay the group, or is the sponsorship through the discount that you provide?
It's through the discount that I provide.
Okay, so I would number one, I would just start there since it's clearly working already, and just raise your prices there. that would be the first thing that I do. If everyone's used to $50, raise it to like 75. I mean, obviously you know the number, so you raise it to whatever you feel comfortable with. But that would be my very first actionable step is make an announcement, post a photo, explain yada yada yada. Raising the prices due to whatever, and I would start there. That'd be my number one thing. After that, I would move over to Facebook. Now, do customers find you through your Facebook page?
They find me mostly through my before it was through my Facebook page. Now I think it's just through word of mouth. Say a friend tells them about me, they just give me a call and say, "Hey, I heard that you offer this service," or "Hey, do you still do auto detailing?" Um, but yeah, it's mostly through calls that I get through my phone, not so much Facebook anymore. But actually, there is one page called Calgary Cash Jobs. It has about 43,000 members in it in Calgary, and I guess I'm one of the well-known detailers in that group. They've given me a lot of business, and I've provided a lot of those people with quality service. So I made myself known within the Calgary Facebook community. But other than that, not
Okay,
like
yeah.
sorry, yeah.
No, yeah. So me honestly, in my business, I actually don't use Facebook that much, just because it's like a resource thing. Like, obviously, one person can't do everything all the time, so I pick and choose, what platform I'm going to spend most of my time on. But from just looking at your Facebook page, I mean, now there's a few things to keep in mind before we dive into the nuts and bolts of it. Like, there are a few things you need to keep in mind. Where number one, um, it's Facebook. Or okay, so are you familiar with organic reach? You know what that
Is
is?
organic like the
Like,
actual person, people who actually click on the link itself?
no, so Facebook organic is you just posting on the Facebook page, right? So there's like organic, and then there's advertising. Advertising, you pay Facebook to display your ads in front of a set group of people that you choose. Organic posting is just you uploading photos, videos, or posts on your Facebook page. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay, so with Facebook, with organic reach on your Facebook page, it's like, I think, like under 10% of your Facebook audience will see your posts. So that's very important to keep in mind, because let's say you have 1,000. Right now you have 200, but let's say you have 1,000 people that like your page, right? And you're thinking, okay, if I post, there's 1,000 people that could potentially see my post. Facebook wants you as a business to pay them money to show your ads, to show your photos and your videos and everything. Facebook wants you to pay them for their advertising, right? That makes sense. So if you have 1,000 people and you post something, maybe less than 10% of that audience might see your content. Maybe. And that's pushing it. So with that in mind, is posting once a day isn't going to do much. Posting twice a day probably isn't going to do much. Posting 3 times a day probably isn't going to do much. So the number one thing I would go after is quantity. Like, you have to be pushing out a lot of content so people can see you. So if you post once a day, once a week, like, you're not building enough traction within Facebook for anything to happen. So you have to be consistent with posting, and that's going to be photos and videos. So with the photos, with the posts that you have, like, how you upload 10 photos at one time.
Yep.
Yeah, I would break those down into just one photo or 2 photos, and then spread out the entire detail over the course of the day, or over the course of 8 hours. So maybe at 8 a.m. you're like, I worked on this car the other day. At 11 a.m. you post, I was working on the interior cleaning. At 1 p.m. you say whatever. But you spread out that one detail, or the full set of photos over the course of like a day. That way you're posting more frequently. More people have the potential of viewing your post, and it gives Facebook more content for them to work off of you. So I would say, instead of uploading 10 photos at once, drip them out over a day or weeks if possible. Don't be. And then, do you have an Instagram?
I do, and that's pretty barren. Like,
And
I mean, it's kind of embarrassing.
do you post your once you and you upload them to Instagram and then you automatically post them to Facebook?
Actually, no, on my Instagram page, I have followers, but I haven't posted anything as of
Oh, okay,
yet.
okay, okay. It's because you have hashtags. Okay, no, that's fine. Yeah, so I would say like on October 6th, you uploaded 10 new photos of that Mustang, and then on August 20th, you had those 6 new photos of the of an Infinity. Like instead of doing all the photos all at once, I would post one photo, write a very descriptive and thorough description of what's going on in the photo, and upload that and drip it out over the course of the day. That would be my best advice in terms of trying to get more people to see your content. And secondly, do you know what search engine optimization is?
I think so. Is that for Facebook ads?
No, so search engine optimization is getting your website ranked on the first page of Google. So you know when you go to Google and you type and you go to Google and type in so I'm in Houston, Texas. So if I wanted to go find a bike shop repair, I'd type in Houston bike repair, right? That's why I'd find a local bike repair person in Houston. Okay, okay, we're back. Okay, so you know how you go to Google and you look for something locally?
Yep.
Yeah, and then when you Google it, you see on the first page of Google you have those 10 links or those options to click on whatever link. That
Yep.
would be search engine optimization. It's getting your website ranked on the first page of Google. So let's say you were gonna go, if you yourself wanted detailing services, what would you type in Google in order to find a detailer in your area?
Probably, maybe like, I think a lot of people type in affordable auto detailing.
Okay, what else would you put in? But you'd put things like auto detailing in your city, car detailing, mobile detailing, headlight restoration. It'd be those type of searches that you put in Google to find someone in your local area. The cool
Yeah.
thing with Facebook, and I don't think many people know this, but the cool thing with Facebook is that if you post enough, if you post enough, if you're posting photos, videos, and you're being engaging with the community, with comments and such, and you're writing very thorough and long descriptions on your posts, you could get your Facebook page ranked on the first page of Google. And that's very,
Wow.
very powerful stuff. Because imagine in Google, you already have people actively searching for the services that you offer. Like these people that search for auto detailing in your city, they say, I know I have a dirty car, I want it cleaned, I don't mind paying, now I just need to find the person to come out and clean it. So if you can get your Facebook page ranked on the first page of Google for those type of keywords, then your business will definitely see a huge jump in leads and sales every month. So how do you do that? The main thing I would go to is posting more and writing thorough descriptions. Like don't just let me see, like these. I'm on your Facebook page still. Yeah, so like on if possible on every photo. I kid you not, it's a lot of work, but if you can make it work, then this will be a fast track. And when I say fast track, I mean like a couple of months, like 6 months, not 6 weeks or 6 days. Like it takes, depending on how competitive your area is and such, but it would take a couple months for you to get your website, to get Facebook ranked on the first page of Google. But I would say that the biggest thing is posting more and adding long descriptions on each post. And that's why I say like be thorough, like talk about what's going on, the products you're using, the type of car, the type of client, the results that you got, what the customer was complaining about, the process that you're doing. Like write a very, very thorough description. And the reason you want to do that is because you want to give Facebook enough content so Google knows what your page is about. So if you're talking about auto detailing and you're talking about car detailing and headlight restoration and interior cleaning, then Google knows that your Facebook page is about detailing in where what city are you in?
Calgary.
Calgary. Then Google's gonna know that this Facebook page, Superior Detail YYC, is about auto detailing, car detailing, headlight restoration, car washing in Calgary. And then you'll after a few months and months and months, you'll start moving up the ranks in Google. So that would be my advice, to try to get ranked on the first page of Google. Because I'm telling you, I did that with my website, not with my Facebook page, but with my website. And yeah, like business just took off after that. So I would definitely try to get your Facebook ranked on the first page of Google by posting more with thorough descriptions, photos, videos, sharing as much as you can, and trying to be more engaging with your community. Like, try to get comments, try to get likes, try to get shares. That would be my strategy on Facebook.
How do I go about doing that without spamming my newsfeed? I think I'll lose quite a bit of Facebook friends. I'm not too worried about that, but I guess I'm afraid of spamming.
No, it's not spamming whatsoever. Again, only. Let me see if I can pull up the stats right now. Facebook organic reach 2017. It's not spamming because, number one, Facebook, it's smart enough to make sure that, again, less than 10% of your audience will see your posts. Less than 10%. So when you say I feel like I'm spamming them, I can guarantee you most people won't even see your post once. Which is why it's about, you have to go with quantity. Of course, you still want high quality photos. Don't get me wrong. Like, don't think like you can have a blurry, ugly, low lighting photo. Like, the photos you're posting right now are really good. Like, they're A quality photos that you're posting. So that's great. So you don't need to change anything on that, because your quality is there. But you're not going to be spamming by any means necessary. People aren't gonna hate you for posting 5 times in one day, because I can guarantee you, not maybe one person out of your Facebook audience will see your post more than 3 times. And even if they do, they're gonna see it at different intervals. It's not like it's one full hour of you just spamming your newsfeed. It's one at 8 a.m., another at 12 p.m., another at 4 p.m. So I don't think you're spamming, because you're not.
So would I have to be doing different vehicles? So say I have one vehicle at 8 a.m., I have a different vehicle at 11 a.m., and then I have a different job at 4 p.m.
No, and that's
so if I posted, those.
I'm sorry, you broke up again. Go back like 10 seconds. I'm sorry.
Sorry. Do I describe for an 8 a.m., 11 a.m., and 4 p.m. Listing on the Facebook page? Do I post say at 8 a.m. I have one vehicle. I post the description of that detail, and then at 11 a.m. I have a different detail. I post a description of the type of work to be done on that vehicle, so on and so forth.
So you're saying, like, as the details, as I'm servicing the vehicles, post them at that same time?
Yes.
No. So that's a very, very good question. No. So what I would do is, maybe for a week, don't post it. Okay. So I'm sure you have a lot of photos of the previous details that you worked on, right?
Correct.
Right. So what I would do is, at this point you have plenty of photos, but at this point you don't need to post before or while you're actually cleaning the vehicle. Imagine you have a bank of photos, right? On your phone, on your desktop, you have this huge bank of photos. So you don't have to post the photo or content as soon as you're working on the vehicle. It could be, yeah, definitely don't do that, because then you're just adding a lot of work to yourself in a normal day-to-day operation. So it's like, schedule these photos and videos and content when you're done detailing. Like, it doesn't have to be real-time posting. So it's okay to use the same photo, the same vehicle, over the course of one day. So don't think you're there on job site, you have to post about it right now at this very moment. It's no, take the photos, do what you need to do, service the vehicle, and at the end of the day or next day, you can post the photos. Because you don't have to post the photos just because you serviced that vehicle that day. Like, the date in which you detailed and when you posted is irrelevant. Like, if you have photos from a year ago and you've never posted, or it's been a year ago that you posted it, you can post those again. Like, it doesn't have to be exact new content, and it's okay to reuse content. I myself reuse content, because again, we're limited. Like, as a one-man show, you're very limited on resources. Like, as much as you don't want to do like all these crazy things, you only have so much bandwidth to handle every single day. So if you have to reuse content, by all means. If If you have to post the same vehicle throughout the entire day, no problem whatsoever.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Um, just an off question in regards to customers. I have yet to receive a bad review from anyone, but in the event that I do, would it significantly affect business?
No, because on your face, so number one is on your Facebook page you have 30 reviews, and yeah, you have 30 reviews and you have a 5 point star overall. So no, like if you get a 1 star review of a bad experience, no, that's not gonna kill your business by any means necessary. No, if you have 30 5 star reviews and just one bad one, then that's okay. And honestly, it's sometimes not that it's a good thing. Like, of course, if you could keep all 5 star reviews every single time, all day, every year, that'd be great. But the reality of it is, you're in business, so it you have a potential of that happening. No matter how professional you try to be, no matter how good your systems are or how good you are as a detailer, something's gonna go wrong at some point in your career as a detailing business owner. So yes, you have at some point in your career you will get a negative review. So no, it's not gonna kill your business. And two, just handle it professionally. You're not gonna please every single person you service. You're gonna have bad customers, which I'm sure you have already. And at sometimes, just because they're having a bad day, they're just a mean person, they have vengeance against the world, they'll just go and leave you a negative review. So no, it's not gonna kill your business unless they leave you like a review on Yelp and you have no other reviews on Yelp. Then yeah, that would seem pretty bad because you have no reviews and you have one negative review. That would seem bad. But let's say on Facebook, you have 30 5 star reviews, you get one review that's not as good, it's not going to destroy you.
Okay. Hey, Oscar, do you offer ceramic coating services?
Yeah, I actually, at this point, I do. I can do ceramic coatings, but sometimes, well, not sometimes, a lot of times, it's like, it's just, at this point, I'm staying away from paint correction because it's just such a hassle to do it mobile.
It is.
More so, especially like, I mean, I'm telling you, like 2 months ago, it'd be 90 degrees outside, 60% humidity, and it's just the paint is just literally like if I put water on it, it's like it steams, and like as soon as I touch the car, my hand burns. Like it's very 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 hot and very uncomfortable to detail in that type of environment. So I kind of push it away or refer it to someone else. So like if I do paint correction, I'll do it more like in the winter when it's not blazing hot, because it's much more manageable with the weather and the vehicles during winter than the heat. But yes, I do. To answer your question, yes, I do. It's just I'm not going after paint correction at this moment. I try to focus most of my efforts on interior cleanings.
So the money is in interior detailing at the moment.
At the moment, yes, but for any business, you can make money anyhow as long as you know what you're doing and you're doing it properly. So if you wanted to go after paint correction, you can make a ton of money there. If you want to do interior cleaning, you can make a ton of money there. You can do paint correction and not make any money. You can do interior cleanings and not make any money. So as long as you're doing it right, it works. So yeah. But at this point, I focus on interior cleanings.
Okay. So I think we covered marketing. I think what were the other two? I kind of slipped my mind.
Next one is how to deal with time management.
Yes, time management. So I don't really know what it's like to see a day off anymore. If I have to take one day off, I do just to catch up with everything. But I don't necessarily like taking days off just because I get pushed back quite a bit. How often should I be, say, taking a day off to cool down, to not overwork my body, because the body can only handle so much, right? But I know that as I get older, my body's not going to be able to keep up with the amount of abuse that I put through it right now. So what's a good work schedule that I should be focusing on to be, one, profitable, and two, to be able to manage everything as efficiently as possible?
So right now, is this is your detailing business what you do full time? Like you don't have a part time or full time job?
For the winter time, I work part time, like making pizza at a stadium.
Okay.
I still, at this moment, I still get calls to go say clean oil field trucks, right? Um, so wintertime it is part time, but spring, summertime it's a full time job.
Okay, no, that's good. That's good. So how many cars do you do a day? If
So I was averaging anywhere from 2 to 4 vehicles. I think sometimes on a good week we were doing maybe probably maybe anywhere from 15 vehicles. I would say anywhere from 8 to 15 vehicles a week during the summertime. So it really varied depending on when I put out my advertising. And so, like I said, I was booked a week in two 1 month and 2 weeks in advance. So I was able to do I think maybe 40 cars during that whole entire time. Um, let's see.
and then
So I think on a
you said it's you
sorry.
and your girlfriend.
Yes.
Okay, cool. And then how long is how many hours are you putting in a day?
Well, when we were both working at it, we were probably putting over 15 hours a day.
15.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So and then um so of course and then you want to service as many cars as you can, obviously, to make money and to get to those customers ASAP. Yeah, so at this, I mean, so there's two things. There's a few things actually. So number one is yes, you absolutely, and you hit it right on the head where this is a very labor intensive field, right? Like your body, like right now, obviously you're young. I'm 24, so we're not that far apart. So you're 22, you're young, and you're like I can do everything, right? Like you can work long, you can work consistently, and you can get it done. But obviously, like if you're trying to do this for the long term, that will catch up to you quicker than you think. So yeah, I would definitely make taking breaks a high priority. So I would look at it as so in my business, I'm not the owner of my detailing business. I don't look at myself as the owner. I don't call myself a CEO or the boss. That's not what I am. I work within a company, and because I work within a company, which is still, it's only me, but it's the perspective I put it in. If I work in a company, this company is open from 8 to 6, Monday through Saturday. So all the calls, emails, and all the work must be done within that time frame. So just like a normal job, I would say look at your business as if it was a job. Don't think of it if you're the owner and such. You're an employee different ways, right? You're in sales and marketing department, you're in the customer service department, and you're in the operation department of actually going out and servicing the vehicles. So I would look at it just as you would if you're an employee somewhere else. We work from 8 to 6, and that's that. Now, of course, I don't actually mean you work 8 to 6, but it's like you don't want to overdo it to where like you're literally killing yourself as you are now. So with me, of course, I wake up early. I'm on the computer by 7 6, and I'm answering emails. I'm working on marketing. I'm uploading photos. I'm uploading YouTube videos, and most of my day is taken up by actually servicing vehicles, calling customers, and that's about it. And then at 6 o'clock, I'm home. I put all my tools up. I clean whatever I need to clean, and then that's when I get back on the computer and starts doing whatever marketing or financing things I need to do. But I would say stick to a hard schedule of like I'm servicing vehicles only between 8 to 6, and if I can't fit them within there, I'm just gonna have to book them out later, farther down in the calendar, and like stick to it religiously because I'm telling you, yeah, you absolutely need to take care of your body. Again, it's a very very labor intensive job. Like you will burn out. So I definitely recommend you work, and it doesn't have to be exact 8 to 6, 8 to 6, 8 to 7, and especially, do you always have your girlfriend helping you out on the details?
Right now she's in university, so I've been alone for the past since September. I've
Okay,
been
yeah,
doing this.
that's fine. Yeah, and of course, if you can get help where you can cut down that time in half, that works too. Obviously, right? If it takes you 4 hours to do a vehicle and you get help and you can at least cut it down to like 3 hours, that overall helps you with time. Of course, now you have to pay someone, but yeah, I would put like just as I would put a hard set number on a time on 8 to 6 is when I'm servicing vehicles, and that's when I stop. If I can't fit within there, I'll schedule them out later in advance. That's like yeah, that'd be my suggestion.
Okay. Hey, I have equipment. I have a question about equipment use, if you don't mind me asking.
Yeah,
So do you use a McCulloch steamer?
yeah, McCulloch steamer, yeah.
So can you use a steamer instead of an extractor, like as a replacement, or is it better to have like can you remove stains on a seat with a steamer?
Yeah, so in an ideal world, you want both, right? You want the steamer and the extractor. In an ideal world, it usually, I mean, the ideal world doesn't always exist. So in my case, I would like to have an extractor, but I have a small mobile rig. I don't have much space in that mobile rig, so I have to keep in mind of like I can't just carry on big clunky items everywhere because my van just simply doesn't allow it. So yes, I use a steamer. I've been using a steamer over an extractor for the last 2 and 3 years at this point because it's just more versatile. Like in like extractor, you can only use it on carpets. Like that's it. Like you extract it out of the carpets, the fabric seats, and that's it. With a steamer, you can use it on leather, fabric seats. You can use it for door panels. You can use it on like blowing things out. So the steamer is much more versatile. And yes, flat out, you can. I mean, I have done ridiculously dirty vehicles stained with the most bizarre things with a steamer, and it comes out absolutely fine. Like they both have their pros and cons, but yes, a steamer can handle just about any type of interior that an extractor can handle in terms of getting the results. Now, of course, it does come down. It does come down to the operator. Like if you're not creative or like you don't have that, you don't critically think about the problem at hand, and you're just saying if I had an extractor, I could do it, but I have a steamer, so I can't. If you have that mindset, you're not gonna go very far with whatever tool you use. But yeah, I've used it for the past 3 years now, and I mean I've gotten out terrible, terrible, terrible stains and just dirty interiors with a steamer. So yeah, I highly
How do you,
recommend a steamer.
how do you suck up sand if a steamer only? I guess it lifts up certain dirt, but it doesn't absorb sand particles, for example.
No, yeah, it definitely doesn't. So with if like sand, like let's say someone went to the beach or something, with that, it's I focus more on vacuuming or blowing it out because that's like yeah, that would be my strategy. Like I'm not too worried about extracting it or like steaming the sand out. I'm just gonna spend more time vacuuming and blowing it out with forced air or an air compressor as you have. That way I remove that part and then I'll use a steamer to clean the stain, but not so much the dirt or the yeah the actual sand. Wait, is that what you said? Was that your question?
Yeah, yeah,
That was your question. Okay, I went off on a
no
my
worries,
mind went somewhere else.
all good. So I hope I wasn't too I haven't taken up too much of your time
No,
by
no,
that.
this was fun. I definitely enjoy it. Do you have any other question that you wanted to?
I guess I can pull up one more question, if you don't mind.
Yeah, go for it.
Um,
Go for it.
how long will it take for me to become, or how long do you think it's going to take for me to become I guess, what would it take in order to be considered a professional detailer? I mean, it's one thing to clean interiors, but it's one thing to actually be I mean, I feel like the term professional is so loosely used by people who are just starting out in the industry, like myself. Um, but I have quite a bit of experience under my belt with the amount of work that I did this year. But I feel like it's nowhere near compared to say the bigger guys that are my competition.
No, so yeah, that's a great question, and I like it when people ask me this question because it's very subjective. I actually asked it a while back, and I had a bunch of different. Some people said a few years, some people said X amount of cars, some people said you should go get trained. So my take on it is the moment you turn into a business and you're gonna accept money from a customer, you must become a professional, and that's simply saying that's having the mindset of okay, I'm a professional. Like I know, like and you're correct that that term is used just now. Everyone wants to be called a professional, whatever, because it sounds cool and that that makes it sound nice. But yeah, you're like you have to have the confidence to be a professional. Does that mean you have to be the absolute best detailer in your area? No. Does that mean you have to do the you have to be the guy that's been doing this the longest, or that you service X amount of vehicles per day or per week. No, I would say you become a professional when you start a business and you start accepting money like that. Like just very simple, plain vanilla. Like if you start a business, you are not professional, because no person is gonna want to pay someone that doesn't see themselves as a professional. If you're getting your first customer ever as a new business, you're not gonna go up to that person or talk to that customer and say, "Hey, I'm not a professional yet. I'm not really sure what I'm doing. You're my first customer, so I'm gonna try my best, but it may not work out." Like that's not the mentality you're gonna go in with as in a business. If it's your first customer, you have basic experience in detailing. You still need to express yourself. You still need to display yourself as a professional to the customer to make sure they're confident and certain that you're the right person for the job. So I would say, I mean, at this, yeah, like you're a professional. That's like you have to have that mindset of I'm a professional. And as far as like those quote unquote bigger guys, I mean, I wouldn't have that mentality of like you're not as big as those. Like you are a professional. That's it. Like you're a professional.
Okay.
Because are you saying, yeah, and you're saying you want something to validate you or give you the credentials to call yourself an actual professional to set yourself apart from others?
Yeah, more or less.
Yeah, well, see with that, yeah, like I mean, I don't know if it's just to me, like I went to Are you familiar with Shine Supply?
Not no,
No,
not.
okay, well, yeah, it's detailing products. Well, yeah, they're definitely they're big in the States, not so much overseas because of
Shine Supply.
yeah, Shine Supply.
Oh yes, I've heard
Oh
of
yeah,
them.
yeah, Jeremy Stevens.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So I went out to Ventura to get trained by him in paint correction, and and it's cool to get trained. It's nice, you know. They give you a little certification and stuff. That's saying you went through their advanced training. But at the end of the day, none of that matters. Like it doesn't matter that you have been detailing for 5 years, or that, like in terms of in the perspective of the customer. Like it doesn't matter if you're the best detailer. It doesn't matter if you have the best tools. It doesn't matter if you have the credentials. None of that matters. The only thing that matters is, can you get yourself in front of the right audience that are looking for your services? And then two, is the customer happy with your results? That's all that matters. Like, so yeah, so I don't, to me personally, my opinion, I don't care at all, not one bit, about having any type of credentials, about calling me a professional, and like, I just simply don't care about any of that. Because at the end of the day, I know I'm getting my website and my business in front of a lot more people on a daily and weekly basis compared to 99% of all other detailers in my local area. And then two, 99.9% of the customers I engage with are completely satisfied with my results, and they're more than happy to pay me for my services. So that's how I look at it.
Okay. That's perfect. Wow. Oh man, this is good. This interview. I guess it's an interview or appointment. I'm not sure what it is, but it's really opened my eyes. It's like I, I'm sorry. I hope you don't mind that I've written some of what you've been saying down.
No, not by any means, not by any means necessary. No, yeah, I mean that's the whole point of this. I mean, it's for you to get some actionable advice and to take it and apply it to your business.
Hey, by the way, I saw the basic your YouTube page, 11,000 subscribers.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
no, I just passed it. Appreciate it. Yeah. I just passed it the other
That's
day.
amazing. I remember when I started watching your videos when you first started. I'm seeing
No way.
where
Like when I was
now.
like 0 or like less than 100.
I no, just under. I think just under 500.
Man, yeah, you've been with me for a while then.
I've seen quite a bit of the videos. And just see like especially with the Facebook group and already 4,000 plus members. You took advantage of social media. I really like how you marketed yourself and how you marketed yeah, how you've actually helped the detailing industry. So now there's three main Facebook groups that are pretty focused on what we do and with our careers, right?
Yeah,
So that
yeah.
helps a lot.
Oh no, appreciate it. Yeah, and that's exactly why I do it. Yeah, I remember when I first started, I made so many mistakes. Yeah, so now I'm just trying to help as many people not make those mistakes that I made. So that's why I'm more than happy to get on these calls or make videos or post content just so I can help one more person not screw up like I did. So it's clearly working.
You're gonna get far, man. I really appreciate what you're doing for us. For anyone who's in this industry, it's kind of like a family. Like
Oh, definitely.
it,
Yeah,
it's
definitely.
hard,
Oh,
but
definitely, Eddie, definitely. Do you have any last quick questions that you want me to answer? Yes, no, not yes or no questions that you have.
I think I think I've passed all of them though. I think I should be good. Yeah, I think we covered everything: the reviews, the customer, and the marketing. I don't want to take up any more of your time. So, but thank you for everything. Thank you for the opportunity for this interview. I really appreciate it, Oscar. Um, I really hope to be moving forward from this point on, and I hope to keep you posted on the success.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely. If you want to reach out back to me like in what are like 2 weeks or a month to let me know how things have progressed, I'd love to hear back from you.
For sure, for
All
sure.
right, Eddie. Have a good day.
You too. Thanks, bud.
Bye bye.
Take care.